Here we go. Okay. I call this the Bicho bug. Bicho just basically means bug in Spanish. So the idea of this truck, this crawler, this rig, whatever you want to call it, was that I wanted something lightweight and something small. I designed this and made this. I didn't design everything, but I made this pre like the 18th scale stuff that came out. I still like this more because it's 10 scale. It's a little bit bigger. And so years ago, 3D strap wrap chassis from Italy sent me out a carbon fiber chassis. And it was one of those things where it's like, I just could not find a fit for it. I 3D printed a whole body for it, and I was like, yep, that's not going to work. That body I still might use and make like actually maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make that into the next build series. It's a 3D printed body. It's like stupid heavy. It's not going to be a performer at all, but it looks cool. So maybe I'll make it into 10 scale, and maybe we'll sell it cheap, and one of you guys can pick it up. But it would be more of a looker. But I digress. So I wanted to find something, or to make something eventually that I could take on my trail amped hikes. And so on this side, you can see, and I'm making sure that their camera's rolling, right here is my trail amped logo. What I wanted to do is I wanted to strap this to my backpack and make it so that I could take this on hikes with me, and not necessarily walk behind it like I do with my normal trail trucks, but take this on the longer hikes up to the like peaks and stuff like that. And so I took it for a few, and I think that idea probably isn't the best idea, just because it's a heavy pack once you get all your stuff loaded, and then you have an RC, and then you're kind of tired and you're like, ooh, I just spent 3 hours getting to the top here. I should probably start heading back. So I did get some good video of it back in the day. Hopefully I can throw some of that B-roll. I had a hard drive that crashed, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to throw that up, but I have other B-roll of it too. So this is basically everything that I like in a small package when it comes into crawling. So at first I didn't believe the hype about running the Sidewinder 4 on the Holmes Hobbies type motors, the sensorless motors. And then after I tried it, it's awesome. Drag brake, I think I could tune up the drag brake a little bit more. It doesn't have enough hold on it, but I think I have it set for freewheel. But if you change the drag brake up, I think it would really dial it down. So this one has the Sidewinder 4. It has the Holmes Hobbies Crawlmaster Pro BL brushless, I believe. I'm trying to see where it is. I believe, yep, 2700. It's the 540 can. Oh, it's a stubby. Very nice. And then I have the Reefs 444 OG servo. I have Spec RC 1-piece CNC black wheels. So this car is actually going to Tony. This one's going to CCXRC. He hooked me up with a lot of parts that I needed for racing, and so I'm sending this out to him. Super generous, awesome guy, so this one's going to him. This thing, the chassis on the underside, I'm going to see if I can get it on camera here. It's all carbon fiber. It looks rad. The coolest thing I like about, well, not the coolest thing, but one of the things I really like about this setup is the shocks that are in here. The shocks that are in here are the original kit shocks for the Element Enduro. So this is an Element-based drivetrain. It's got scale metal supplies, servo on axle mount, so that's got on there. It's a truss also, and it's got the scale metal supplies link riser, the V1 link riser. And this thing is just like, it's like the best creepy crawly. You can actually get more articulation out of it if you wanted to. There's a point where I feel like it's a little too much articulation, and so I kind of limited it down, but you can still lay down the shocks a little bit more. It's got the Proline BFGs on it. I'm having a hard time sending these tires. I really like them. They look good in scale with this. What's your favorite crawling tire? that's, leave me a note in the comment, because especially like if you're in the Northwest and you have to deal with mud and rain, and then you get like river rock, and then you get like, sharp rocks and all that. What's your best all-around tire? Do you change tires depending on where you're going? For us, this tire does really well, but in the mud it doesn't do very well because it clogs up. You got to have wheel speed to clear it out. But it's a really good, trail and rock tire. It's got real good feel to it. This has a foam setup on the front. I don't remember what foams they are. I think they're stock foams, but they're nice and soft. On the rear, it's 2-stage, so it's got a small band around a closed cell foam, and this thing's just super stable. What I really like about these type of crawlers is like when you're crawling, the suspension will drop out, and it'll feel like you're reaching for the next rock. It's a good feeling. This is a Tamiya Sand Scorcher body. I did, custom stickers all the way around it. Did a little bit of a patina to it. My trucks, they don't get babied, so this one has some road rash on it. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of road rash, rock rash, I guess you could say. I think it's got a little bit of overdrive in it. I'm trying to think of what else it's got on here. Looking around. It's got a custom front drive shaft because it's short wheelbase. So the wheelbase on this, I don't have my tape measure on me. It's pretty short. Wheelbase on this is, I want to say it's like in the 10-inch range. It's pretty short. I was looking for a comparison, but yeah, this thing's a fun truck to drive. I've never comped with it, and I probably should have, but I never did. And I know Tony's planning on comping with it, so that'll be cool to see how he does with it. The suspension is just so good. I'm having a hard time. Let's be real here for a second. I'm having a hard time with this. But I'm glad it's going to a new home, and he's already got people knocking on the door to get this one. So Tony, I don't feel bad if you play with it a couple times and you send it away. Do the flip thing, man. You know. So, there's a bunch of custom aluminum pieces in here that I made that are like the mount for the ESC and the mount for the battery. Battery is super low and up front, which is cool. It really gets the bias around. You can throw a really small battery in it or throw a heavy battery in it and get more weight, like right behind the front tires. Helps with that kind of like reaching aspect of it. So if you have questions of anything like this, leave them in the comments. Let me know, what your thoughts are on a short wheelbase. I was skeptical, and then I really liked it. You have to take different lines on a short wheelbase, but it's funny. I'm not a fan of like the middle 12.3. I like the 12.8, and I like the shorter wheelbase. So, it's one of those weird things. But, I guess for your location and for your terrain, you can make the difference up any way you go. So, if someone, I'm pretty backlogged through summer when it comes to builds, but if someone wants a custom build, reach out to me. You know how to find me. Best way to find me is DM on Instagram. I'll look. I've said that there's a link in my About on YouTube that is a web or a email link. I'll look again, but I'm pretty sure if you go to About and scroll down, there's a link for my email. Shoot me a link if you're interested on a custom build. I'll let you know time, which is going to be way far out, and approximately how much it is. the best one for me, because I have access to a bunch of element parts, is if you wanted an element-based vehicle, then I could be like, okay, and I can measure it out, and I could either get the kit, or get the kit and build off the kit from here, or you can send the kit however you want. So let me know. I think I'm going to do that midsummer take on some builds. I still have a handful of builds that I want to finish, but that's why I'm taking a break off of Instagram. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming, and you guys don't even know about it yet. Stay tuned. on that note, I'm out.